I'm not impressed. I'm not. You drive around the parking lot trying to figure out what car I got pressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not here to change your impression. Not here to give you no erection. Pressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not. Your character is in question when talking shit is your best friend. Pressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not. You don't like the words that come in my mouth. Don't pay me no attention. Pressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not. So this is the song I'm working on with the sitting sideways beat, and I'll probably put it out on social media at some point this week. But anyway, so like I was telling you guys earlier this week, I said do an inventory, figure out your happiest moments, figure out what it is that you love to do, and replicate that in order to have a fulfilling and joyful life. And for me, I've been very consistent. It's my music. It's my music to the point where I've burned bridges because I didn't want to plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. I knew that this was what I wanted to do. I said if I ever worked an office job, I would only do an office job where I'm writing about music, but that wasn't really even my plan A. Plan A was to create music. And so that is what I get to do. That is what I do. And I equate, this to the satisfaction that you feel within what you're here to do is everything. So what people may misconstrue as arrogance is actually you feeling pure satisfaction in what it is that you're here to do. And it's different things for different people. For me, it's music. For you, it may be something else. But when it comes to the topic of arrogance and confidence, I was listening to somebody that I like a lot. I've mentioned him quite often, T.O.P. And, he is someone who has some YouTube videos. He's an herbalist, and he's really just at the top of his game when it comes to his profession. He speaks very candidly. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. And he could be seen, some of the things that he says could be seen as offensive. But one thing I genuinely appreciate is the fact that he's real and authentic. And just like I said that I'm sick of wolves in sheep's clothing, there's a lot of kittens pretending to be lions, and then there's lions pretending to be kittens, sugarcoating their every word, walking on eggshells and pussyfooting to make other people feel more comfortable. And now you're at a variance. Now you're at a variance with you, because now you have to constantly pretend to be somebody that you're not in order to make other people feel comfortable. So you're literally in discomfort in order to make other people feel comfortable. And then if you're working a traditional job, a 9-to-5 or whatever, how many hours of the day are you pretending to be somebody that you're not? If you're in a relationship with somebody that you have to put on a facade for, then now it comes to a point where you don't even know who you really are. And I received advice. I don't think twice about my image or how I may look when I am creating. It's from the soul, it's from the heart. I'm not, looking to be so put together and prim and proper when I'm dancing, because I'm dancing from the soul. Check out the Bob Marley videos. Look at his stage performance. He's wild, and I love it. He's in his zone. Bob didn't speak with hesitation. Bob wasn't nervous about offending people before he said things. And one thing that I admire the most is courage, bravery. The people that I have the utmost respect for and that I actually listen to are people who don't pretend. And they all have one thing in common. They've all been called crazy. Wacko Jacko, Kanye, Tahuti Ma'atara, the list goes on and on. There's no exception. Everybody that I respect tremendously has been called out of their mind at some point. And that's exactly what you should be. You should be out of your mind at some point. It feels so free. It feels so good. If you even think about love making, if you're just thinking too much, you're all up in your head, you're not experiencing that for your body. You got to get out of your mind sometimes to really feel your life, to really feel alive. You got to get out of your mind. And there's a hierarchy to this whole thing. We think, oh, it's mind, it's all mental, everything is mental. It's not. A large part of things are mental, but your mind doesn't own you. Your mind is a tool. You are the driver. Your mind is the passenger. It is a part of your body. There's also the spirit and the soul. There's also the heart. And in my opinion, the heart trumps the mind. The soul trumps everything. That's what meditation is about. It's about putting your mind away. Use your mind, but use it as a tool. You got to get out of your mind sometimes to really feel alive. And I was listening to Tahuti Mahatara this morning, and he has this, I'll post a link below. He has a kind of like a lecture or talk about ego. And he says in the video, right up front, he says, look, my opinion about ego is unorthodox. He said it's very unorthodox. And he goes on to say that typically the people that tell him to be humble are not movers and shakers. And I've asked this question, when people say be humble to who? If you are a spiritual human being and every single day you're thanking the Creator for all the gifts that He gave you and saying, I'd be nothing without you, to God, that's humility to me. But bowing to man and being humble to man, that's blasphemy to me. That's against my faith. There's respect. That's something different. And I've noticed that usually people who have an issue with my self-confidence, it's from one of two reasons. Because there's people that are desperately try to humble me. They don't like my spirit. And they think I'm too egotistical. And they want to see me down. They want to see me fall and all these things. Usually for one of two reasons. One, they feel unsatisfied within their own life. And they're angry that I'm actually living my purpose and living my dreams. The music thing, there's a lot of people who have an issue with me doing music. I say, it's your right. Everybody, life is, full of opinions. Everybody's, has a right to have one. Is that going to coerce me out of my dreams? Never. Because my perspective is this is just the universe challenging me. I've lost family members. I've lost friendships. I've lost relationships. So obviously I'm very, very committed to my dream. I've lost jobs. All because of this one music dream. I'm obviously very, very committed to it. So if the universe needs to test my commitment, so be it. But I take opinions with a grain of salt. The other reason is that people want to exploit you. If you think about a pimp-hoe relationship, he would never be able to pimp that hoe if she was confident. He had to get up in her mind first in order for him to be able to exploit her. He had to lower her self-esteem for her to believe that he was even a necessary part of the equation. I mean, think about what goes on in your mind to not just sell your body, but also to give somebody the money that you make from the sale of your body. Your self-esteem can't be healthy. And even if we take a hoe, for example, if she was a boss and she said, you know what, I don't need this pimp. I can hire my own security. You know what I'm saying? It's just, People prey on, like they say that America runs on Duncan. I think that America runs on low self-esteem. I think that America runs on a lack of confidence. Because there's nobody, like this whole system would disintegrate, it would crumble if everybody began to wake up and say, you know what? I have an assignment from the Creator. I'm here to do what I'm here to do, and it's not to, be a pawn on the chessboard. If everybody believed that and truly lived that, this whole thing would not work. And so America runs on your lack of belief of self. And the truth is, really, truly confident people have no issue with confident people. True confident people have no problem with your confidence. They're not threatened by it. They don't have any, it doesn't rub them the wrong way in any way, shape, or form. And so I've noticed that it's typically one of the two for me. It's either somebody trying to exploit me, and that's the reason why they say that I have too much confidence, or I'm conceited or arrogant or anything like that, which I'm not. Or they're threatened. Anyways, IG, don't be a lion pretending to be a kitten. Speak clearly, speak directly. You don't have to make your own self uncomfortable in order for other people to feel comfortable around you. Do what feels good to your soul. And one other thing is, I have personal power. I don't have the power to make you feel bad about yourself, just like you don't have the power to make me feel bad about myself. So stop giving your power away. Nobody should be able to, if somebody says, oh, she's not pretty, I'll say, I don't know. You could like gingers. You could like only light-skinned women. You could like only BBWs. That doesn't affect me or how I feel about myself or how I feel about, how I look, your opinion of it. So I should not be able to affect you in any way as far as my opinion of how you look, my opinion of your lifestyle. It shouldn't affect you in any way. You just say, well, that person's opinion is predicated upon their belief system, their values, their priorities, what they like, their preference. Until next time, guys. Peace.